When did Donald Trump learn that he was the loser of that last election? Why does that matter, given these hearings that explore his knowing loss, which many investigators say contributes to his criminal mindset? Well, Jared Kushner writes about election night in a new book and says there was real dismay across the room when Fox News accurately reported Biden was beating Trump in Arizona, the key state that would make such a difference. Jared says, I dialed Rupert Murdoch and asked why Fox News had made the Arizona call. Sorry, Jared, said Murdoch. I'm not going to do the accent, but this is Murdoch talking. Sorry, Jared. There's nothing I can do. The Fox News Data Authority says the numbers are ironclad. It won't be close. Those are the kind of little vignettes you can get if you buy Jared Kushner's book. But what's interesting is what that reflects. At that time, someone at Fox News saying facts, truth, would win the day over Donald Trump's lies, in that case that he thought he won or lied he won or claimed he won. Now, we also have a split at Fox News. Just last night, you have Hannity going on out of the way to praise Donald Trump's Washington speech. And that is a type of coverage. But here's what's different. Remember all those speeches that were covered, especially on Fox, but really by a lot of media? This was Donald Trump's first time in Washington since becoming the loser of that election. And during the day, take a look at what happened. During the Trump speech, no Trump. They just had normal Fox coverage. That's what I'm showing you on the right. However, during former Vice President Pence's speech, who took a different approach to January 6th and also still is mulling a run for president, well, they aired 17 minutes of that Pence speech yesterday and zero for Trump. This is how Rupert Murdoch tells you he's changed his mind, much the way he told Jared that night, but in much more of a sick burn for someone who wants TV coverage now. Meanwhile, Rolling Stone reports Trump is obsessing over all of this, worried the Fox problem's getting worse. He's also, remember, kicked off so many social media platforms that he has fewer ways to get heard and seen, even if you feel like, well, you've heard him enough. Murdoch has his own reasons. $4 billion his company faces in potential defamation fines if they continue to have legal setbacks in these cases about what? Not just any random problem, no, about how far they went to echo Trump's lies about the election, smearing voting machine companies in ways that judges have said will go forward because there was real damage. And then you have the polls that show less than half of Republicans even want Trump as the nominee. 55% want someone else. And that's not just bad news for that former president. There's signs that some Democrats also want someone else other than the current president.